Now we shall begin exploring our topic. The history and literary movements of Great Britain, a comprehensive analysis. Introduction. Great Britain has played a pivotal role in shaping world history, culture, politics, and literature. From its early settlements to its imperial dominance and subsequent modern evolution, Britain has undergone numerous transformations. These changes have also influenced its literary landscape, giving rise to significant movements that reflect the socio-political and intellectual currents of different periods. We will explore the history of Great Britain, its major political and social changes, and the evolution of its literary movements. Early history and medieval period. The history of Great Britain dates back to prehistoric times, with the arrival of early humans on the island.
What the hell is this?
The Celts were among the first known settlers, followed by the Roman conquest in 43 AD, which brought about significant infrastructural and cultural developments. After the Romans withdrew in the 5th century, Britain faced invasions by the Anglo-Saxons, who established several kingdoms. The Norman conquest of 1066 under William the Conqueror marked a turning point, leading to the feudal system and the creation of a centralized monarchy. During the medieval period, Britain saw the rise of chivalry, the growth of Christianity, and conflicts such as the 100 Years' War with France. The signing of the Magna Carta in 1215 was a landmark event that curtailed monarchical power and laid the foundation for constitutional governance. The Renaissance and early modern period 16th–17th century. The Renaissance, which began in Italy, influenced Britain in the 16th century, leading to a flourishing of arts, science, and literature. This period saw the reign of the Tudors, most notably Henry VIII and Elizabeth I, under whom Britain became a global naval power and experienced the English Reformation. The Renaissance produced literary giants like William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, and Edmund Spenser, who explored themes of humanism, political intrigue, and romance. The 17th century was marked by the English Civil War 1642–1651, which pitted the monarchy against Parliament, leading to the execution of Charles I and the establishment of the Commonwealth under Oliver Cromwell. This period saw the emergence of John Milton, whose epic poem Paradise Lost is a masterpiece reflecting the turmoil of the age. The Enlightenment and Neoclassicism 18th century. The 18th century was a period of intellectual awakening in Britain, influenced by the European Enlightenment. Thinkers such as John Locke and Adam Smith promoted ideas of democracy, reason, and economic liberalism. The Glorious Revolution 1688 had already established a constitutional monarchy, reinforcing parliamentary democracy. Neoclassicism in literature reflected this age of reason, emphasizing order, rationality, and decorum. Writers like Alexander Pope and Jonathan Swift used satire to critique society, while Samuel Johnson's works contributed to literary criticism and lexicography. The rise of the novel, with authors such as Daniel Defoe and Samuel Richardson, marked a shift towards realism and character-driven narratives. The Romantic movement late 18th, early 19th century. Reacting against the rationality of the Enlightenment, the Romantic movement emphasized emotion, nature, and individualism. The Industrial Revolution, which began in Britain, brought about rapid urbanization, creating social disparities that Romantics sought to address through their work. Key Romantic poets included William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Lord Byron, Percy Bysshe Shelley, and John Keats. Their poetry celebrated the sublime aspects of nature and the human experience. In prose, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein 1818 combined Gothic horror with contemporary concerns about scientific progress. The Victorian Age 19th century. The 19th century saw Britain at the height of its imperial power, with Queen Victoria's reign 1837 to 1901 ushering in industrial and social advancements. The Victorian novel became the dominant literary form, reflecting moral dilemmas, social injustices, and the human condition. Major novelists included Charles Dickens, whose works like Oliver Twist and Great Expectations critiqued industrial-era poverty and class divisions. The Bronte sisters explored themes of love and identity, while Thomas Hardy examined fate and human suffering. Alfred Tennyson and Robert Browning were prominent poets of the age. Social movements gained momentum, including women's suffrage, labor rights, and educational reforms. Writers such as John Stuart Mill and Karl Marx influenced political thought, with Marx writing the Communist Manifesto while in London. Modernism and early 20th century. The early 20th century was shaped by World War I, which deeply affected British society and literature. Modernism emerged as a response to the disillusionment with traditional values, experimenting with new literary techniques and perspectives. Writers like T.S. Eliot The Waste Land, Virginia Woolf Mrs. Dalloway, and James Joyce Ulysses broke away from linear storytelling, employing stream of consciousness and fragmented narratives. The Bloomsbury Group, an intellectual collective, influenced modernist literature and art. The war also led to a focus on war poetry, with poets like Wilfred Owen and Siegfried Sassoon portraying the horrors of combat. Postmodernism and contemporary literature mid-20th century, present. The aftermath of World War II led to decolonization and the decline of the British Empire. Literature in this period became increasingly diverse, reflecting global influences and questioning established narratives. Postmodernist writers like Samuel Beckett Waiting for Godot and George Orwell 1984 challenged traditional forms and critiqued power structures. The 20th and 21st centuries also saw the rise of multicultural literature, with authors such as Salman Rushdie Midnight's Children and Zadie Smith White Teeth exploring themes of identity, migration, and globalization. British literature today continues to evolve, incorporating digital media and addressing contemporary issues such as climate change, gender equality, and artificial intelligence. Conclusion. Great Britain's history is a tapestry of conquests, revolutions, and cultural transformations that have profoundly influenced its literature. Each literary movement reflects the spirit of its time, from the grandeur of Renaissance poetry to the introspection of modernist prose. As Britain continues to adapt to new global challenges, its literary tradition remains a dynamic and essential force in understanding the human experience. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe for more contents like this.
ネットヒーローになろう。不良 AI に心当たりのある方はネットウォッチホットラインにご一報を。